Oidar also has a science potential. Where is the construction ship that was heading south? There you are. How about we have you come over here to build the research station there, and then the mining station here. There's actually a bunch of stuff to build in the south. That'll do nicely. And Calyx Primal is leveled up. Marvellous. Mordred, would you talk a bit about the endgame in Stellaris? I tried it and loved the exploring, but couldn't really work out what I was aiming for unless I conquered everything. Quite frankly, no. Because I have the same problem. One of the main reasons I haven't played Stellaris, really, since Megacorps is because I'd get to the mid-game and be like, is that it? Kind of bored now. And I think their Federation's just doubling that down, because part of the problem of mid to late game Stellaris is just, it's a massive stalemate. And it's boring. And then Federation's like, yeah, you know that stalemate you hate so much? Yeah, we're doubling down on that. By making the Federations even stronger and even more stalematey. Okay, I'm just not going to bother then. And then Nemesis came out. Nemesis seems to be more about introducing the chaos in space. You got espionage, you've got empires rising up to become the crisis as opposed to just some artificial crisis arising from who knows where. And it seems to be injecting that much needed dissonance which Stellaris is lacking. So that's why I'm like, okay, I am now interested again. Let's try this out. Whether it's made enough of a difference, that's what we're here to find out. Agree, love the start, but start losing interest after a while. Yeah, I have the same problem. I can play about 8 to 12 hours and then I'm done. And I never have a feeling that I want to replay. Like, this game has pretty much zero replayability for me. Faction founded. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the eternal political landscape of the Vinlandic Colonies, led by Jarl Master Thief Esquire. They call themselves the Committee Advanced Science. Alright, so we're getting quite a few different factions arising now. So what do the Sciences want? They dislike the fact that we've outlawed robotics, which is what the Council of Traditional Values liked. Yes. So I don't think we're ever going to make the scientists happy with us. Unless we get some research treaties. I'm perfectly happy getting research treaties. And right now everyone's approval is high enough that they're actually generating us some influence. As long as we keep that above like 5, I'm fine. Encounter in Tiavek. First contact with mysterious aliens, the Eta aliens. Interesting. Let's go ahead and assign you to go and check that out. And then we have a science ship up here, which is currently not doing anything. So you basically want to start surveying again. And I want to find the best path down and around here to then connect up with this. And in fact, I can see already that this is a massive choke point. So if we can get a choke point there and then probably this one, that would cut off this entire northern sector. So I think that's probably what we want to be trying to aim for, at least this one. Because admittedly this is quite a long way away because we have to go all the way up here and then around. Unless we go around this way, of course. Cradle of Life. 4 gas giants enshrouded by a vast plasma field share a close orbit around Tiana Vex system primary. The charged plasma fields extends well into the atmospheres of these gas giants, and this unique environment serves as a breeding ground for a large number of spacefaring organisms. These organisms are all minuscule, with one notable exception, the massive creatures known as the Tianki. Although we possess little data on them, they seem to frequently range deep into the galaxy. This system must be where they originally evolved hundreds of millions of years ago. Given the extremely rare properties of this system's plasma field, this is likely the only place in the galaxy where the Tianki can reproduce. I love how it roughly looks like Scandinavia. Yeah, I can see that, actually. You've got the mountain range in the middle, you've got Sweden over here, you've got Norway here. And I guess the Panuri state is Denmark! Survey completed. Through our surveys of the habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are... Actually, no, they're probably the Franks. Like, Denmark is probably this bit. Yeah, Denmark's like this. And this is probably Germany or maybe the Franks. I mean, the Franks are probably down here more. It could be Russia. Like the Baltics. This is where we need to go raiding. It's the early raiding targets. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Midgard. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid in the continued search of strange life forms. So we gain a bunch of society, we gain a bunch of money, which is very useful.
Raiding party!
Hjalfnar History Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you joining us. Hello, hello, hello. Raids the Germans. I mean... They really, really dislike us, and they are basically the Otnar. So, I think that conflict of some description is very likely. I think it's very, very likely. Okay, so our intel is now maxed out again at 44. Is there anything? Yes, we can try and get another asset. Be dangerous. Like, the difficulty has not gone below hell. So what happens if we fail? Or do we need to do one of these? Cease activity within spy network, allowing a spy master to be reassigned while preventing its infiltration level from dropping. I mean, we're at 44% infiltration. Gather intel. Compile information. Breakthrough chance 0%. I feel like I want to try this just to see what happens. Difficulty is now level 4. That's because this is subterfuge and our asset is good at subterfuge. And it will cost us 4 ducats to upkeep. It's kind of pricey. Yeah, and then the insights basically reduce the difficulty over time. Let's try it, I guess. This is going to be skewed towards economy because he's an economist, but I'm fine with that. Long-range scanners have picked up readings in the Tiana Vex system that could be best described as giant heat blobs. It's worth investigating. Okay. That was just a progression.
System survey
Vikings
concluded.
in space! Yep, that's us. And now I'm losing 4 ducats a month, so we do need to do something about that. Unfortunately, the only place where we can produce food and energy is Midgard. So the industrial capabilities of this place are basically just going to have to be completely ignored. The only exception, actually, you know what we should do? Especially in Midgard? Commercial sector. We should just go ahead and build another city district. And then get a commercial district. Commercial zone. Because that's going to produce amenities and it's going to produce cash. In fact, it's going to produce trade, and right now, yeah, we convert trade into money. We are wealth generation, I believe. Let me just double check that. Economic policy, mixed. No, that's not the one. Trade policy, wealth creation. So yeah, every trade value is 1 wealth. Clerks are really, really inefficient. Well, it depends on how much you've focused on trade. We haven't focused a massive amount. I mean, the other thing would be power plants, which we have not researched yet. So then the only other thing would be generator districts. Which I guess is what we have to do. We have plenty of minerals. Actually, no, hold on. Better plan. Better. There's loads of energy out here. We just need to build the relevant outposts. And I think I am going to continue going this way. So you go ahead and colonize that. That's the science ship. Where's the other construction thing? You're still on the way. You're going there, then there. And then eventually you're going to come down here as well. Alright. We have plans. We have enough money to maintain ourselves for a bit longer. Fossils from what appears to be several species of aquatic animals have been found in the barren and airless surface of G12646. There are indications the surrounding asteroid belt was created from the remains of a shattered planet, and these findings seem to confirm that theory. Judging by the fossils, the planet supported life and was at least partially covered by water. Fascinating. Elthos system, which is down here. Fine. I really just want to explore the system, so I'll get somebody else to backfill the anomalies afterwards.
System survey concluded.
Got to change the die from my smallest, so I thought I could entertain people a bit. See ya, History Gaming, and thank you again for the raid. Greetings from Terra, capital of the new Roman interstellar republic. As scientists have figured out how to pierce the veil between realities. While we cannot directly interact, Emperor Aqualia Gladius enjoys watching your empire expanded, bountiful harvest to your people, and glorious battles for your warriors. Thank you very much for that, Eagle Blade. Thanks very much for the bits. Anomaly. In Rhaegor. I mean, you're in the same kind of situation. We're just going to need to get somebody else to backfill you. The Biggie Smalls crew is reporting they found something spectacular on Tronda 1. On the surface lies traces of explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action by Chief Science Officer Rex Leo is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There are also the possibility to sell them to a private investigator. So we can send it to the homeworld for research, we can sell it off for a bunch of money and a bunch of consumer stuff. What are we thinking? Send it to the homeworld for research? Send it to the homeworld for research, I think. And another anomaly. I'll come back to you in a minute. This one is up here in the north, which you are actually going to be available for. 24 science. Oh, that's Tiana Vac. That's a lot of science. That's a lot of science. The diviners name the beings floating through the dark the Tianki. They are sacred and peaceful spaceborne life that roams from system to system, feeding on gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants and rarely showing any signs of hostility. We are to keep at a respectful distance. So we gain something towards frequency tuning and end the first contact procedure with the Placid Leviathans. Venerable, because we are spiritualist.
An alien empire has established communications.
Okay. Ah, and we also need to research the pulsating stars, which actually is what you can do. There we go. Intel is falling. Yeah, that's because we are no longer focusing on Intel. We are currently doing this... No, that's the spy network. Wait, that's infiltration level. What's this? That's Intel. So Intel is this, which is what we... Nope, that's infiltration. Intel, I think, is just purely the information we know. So we are currently...
Special project concluded.
I don't know. I know we're doing the spy thing, but was that successful? Because it looks like we can choose another mission. So did we successfully gather information? I mean, the intel level is currently over our minimum. Sorry, over our cap. It's over the maximum. So I guess we got a little information? Oh, gather information can also provide temporary intel reports. So we've currently got medium level of intel. We now know that their military is equivalent to us. Their population is... Oh no, their population's way higher than... oh no, that's just population points. We have 121, so we do have more population than they do. So I guess that mission was successful, even though it never actually told me as such. We can try and steal some technology. Hell plus plus plus. Spy network has assets available that could lower this hell difficulty. Well, I would like to get more assets. Although this is very expensive. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. The space amoebas, the name is stuck as a pronunciation of the proper xenotaxonomic denominator that is too unwieldy for the average Norse, are solitary animals when left to their own devices. All but the youngest specimens are accompanied by quasi-independent flagellia, organisms spawned by the amoeba and programmed through liquid RNA-laced secretions to do the bidding of the host. These flagella are capable of manipulating and even attacking objects at an impressive yet restricted range around the host, periodically returning to lodge inside the host amoeba's body for reprogramming. There are potential military applications that can be found in the regenerative properties of the amoeba's thick hide, or in the flagella's graceful patterns of movement. So we can get +5 evasion, or we can get the regenerative hull tissue research. Evasion +5%, especially on the smaller craft, would be really good. Much less useful on the big ones, but on the small ones is really good. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the evasion, because right now, all we got is those little boats. The final rest. By what? Has to be beyond astronomical odds. The Vic Limoneth actually managed to pinpoint the source of the odd signals as it soared past the asteroid belt. A tiny alien construct. A simple scan reveals that some sort of ritualistic container holding the remains of an alien spacefarer. Let the coffin continue its voyage. Open the coffin and study the corpse, or bring it to Midgard and display it in a museum. And I can do this because we're memorialists. Oh, we're doing that then. Okay, so you have completed all of those. We could start down this. Rex Leo would probably be the one to do it as well. Go on then. Let's start on the path of whatever that is. Wait, Gotland is an archaeological site now? That's new. Well, I guess once Crash is finished, we can go and dig on Gotland.
System survey concluded.
Shiko's leveled up. Athos has been surveyed.
Special
Good stuff.
concluded.
The Void unclouded. The Void Clouds are stewards of the cosmos. Once Norse astronomers knew what to look for, they found traces of the Void Clouds everywhere. Formed at the dawn of creation, they had stood watch and the stars were lit and the young planets formed. Now they drift quasi-conscious agglomerations of inanimate matter from the earliest hours of time itself, afloat between the dying stars and the breaking worlds. They're a constant reminder that we are all but small parts of something greater. Damage to void clouds is increased or humbling. Physics research from jobs for the rest of the game. Temporary damage versus just one type of creature. Or more science forever. I think I'll take the science.
Construction project concluded. Special project concluded.
Sensor malfunction. On the crew's arrival to Tiana Vec, they were able to confirm that their sensors were indeed malfunctioning. The good news is not only were their initial estimates on the star's energy output grossly understated, Nottle appears to have learned from past mistakes. Nottle is now meticulous. That's a lot of bonus. Anotl is now 3 traits. Metitious is... oh, discovery chance. Military theory, and he's also carefree, which is anomaly research speed. That's really annoying. Discovery chance and research speed. So basically you want him out exploring and doing the anomalies, but honestly the research speed is a lot more valuable. Sorry, the anomaly detection chance. So we're going to have you going out to do some surveying now. And we'll have to have somebody else do the actual surveys. The atmospheric patterns of that, yada yada yada. This is Calyx Primal, who can actually start doing the anomalies. There we go, that's better. Crash 2B contains the ruins of another abandoned Zeroni colony. The first step to solving the mystery is to find and make contact with the World Psionic Archive. Probe the crystal. This is going to require somebody who has psionics, isn't it? Construction ship. I would love for you to build those mining stations and research stations. That'll be fantastic.
Anomaly found.
Fonok 3A, which is down there. Again, we'll backfill this.
Construction project concluded.
Yeah, I know they can research it. I just prefer to micro that myself and determine exactly what I want everyone doing. So that is actually blocked off. So we want you just going boom, 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 boom. So you may as well... actually, you may as well build those and then head here.
System survey concluded.
But this does mean that Trelleborg is no longer the front line. Uldar and Pulkar are. So we may need to move the fortifications of Trelleborg. We are running out of food. Build me another agricultural district. Orbital Speed Demon attempts to scan the object in high-speed orbit around 333P394 have been unsuccessful. The object quickly falls below 333P394's horizon and the Atos instruments are simply unable to keep up, while 333P394's gravitational pull is too strong. That alone does little to explain the object's extreme momentum. Either the object itself possesses some extraordinary properties or there is some gravitational phenomenon at work here. The object's velocity appears to be increasing over time, and Science Officer Calyx Primal suspects it may be soon thrown out of orbit even without outside interference. So we can try to slow it down. We can try to halt it. Or we can try to get away from it. We can try and slow it down with a drone. Throwing debris into its way seems like a good way of just blowing it up. So we use a drone.
Anomaly found.
Speed Demon halted. The drone successfully intercepted the unknown object's orbit. By latching the object and then thrusting in reverse little by little, the drone was eventually able to direct it to the Vic Atos for retrieval. The object looks to be some kind of box constructed of alien material. Vein-like ridges meander along the sides, congregating at the top in some type of sphere-shaped mechanism. We can only guess at the contents. Open it, study it, or get rid of it. This is where our curiosity gets the best of us. We're going to open it.
Situation log updated.
And that's another thing down here in the south. It's literally every system.
System survey concluded.
Okay, you have done your bit. This is actually a dead end up here as well. So the only way through is Gabwa. We're going to have a really nice little self-contained region here. Well, in that case, I think what I want to do is go and colonize Sulan.
Anomaly found.
Sapad system. Which is this one?
Special project concluded.
The constant calculator. The metallic orb has opened up. Our hacking team has been able to use the outgoing signal as a gateway into one of the auxiliary CPUs of the sphere. We're receiving some data from it and can tell it's been scanning the black hole Gargantua for a very long time. It is old. Very old. This constant calculator now lies within our grasp of understanding. If we push harder, we might be able to find what it's doing here. And who built it? What marvels might it contain? So we can contact the main processor unit, we can declare the sphere a divine instrument, and gain happiness throughout our realm. Or we can say that we can try to self-destruct it and blow it up. +5 happiness for the rest of the game is pretty nice. The Eye of Odin. Oh, that's a good name. I like that. So what are we going to do with the Eye of Odin? Are we going to talk to it, revere it, shoot it? Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. What are we going to do? Talk to it, revere it, or shoot it? I'm returned from Shenria Land. How goes Space Conquest, Mordred and friends? It's going well so far. How's Shenria's game going? Try to get some directions home. I mean, you're not wrong. Zwime, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Pretty good. He's got a ton of wormholes around his core planets. Interesting. Well, the vote is pretty overwhelmingly in. Skargan coming in with a 13,000 channel point investment. Thank you for that. Shoot it. Got only 4% of the vote, so chat not feeling very bloodthirsty today. Which is different from norm. 19% is revere it. God inside is fully excavated. Why has it still got the icon then? Or talk to it is 78%. So, I guess we'll talk to it. Hello, hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. It's quite enjoyable to pass the time with pleasantries, is it not? We hope the rest of your kind is not like you were when you didn't take kindly to small talk. You see, we don't get to enjoy conversation much anymore. Few are well versed in the finer points of quantum programming to reach us, so thank you. We are the Infinity Museum. Your words, not ours. Or has that not happened yet? Either way, it eventually will, trust us. What are you? We wish to know your purpose here. That statement is false. Can we assist in your research or good luck in your calculations?